David Marr and Lance Castaneda spread left. Willie Tucker right. Romanelli in the backfield with Broadus. Broadus, quarterback draw. Stays alive. Dives for the end zone. He's short. Down at the 1.5. Tripped up just shy of pay dirt. And the Mustangs are going for it. Quickly to the line. Timeout, Eastern Washington.
Timeout, Eastern Washington.
So both teams have burned their timeouts during the second overtime. Wow. I'll give you the numbers again. Cal Poly now 24 of 33 going for it on 4th down this season. They've got a full yard to go. Andre Broadus, 74 yards rushing. Jake Romanelli, 164. One of those guys likely to get the ball right here. For this banged up Eastern Washington defense, not a whole lot has gone right for them this season, but a chance to possibly win the game for their team right here. The Mustangs will be co-Great West champions regardless of what happens here, but they're still in the playoff hunt if they can win. 4th and goal from the 1. Broadus keeps. He's got it. Touchdown.
Not really much of a question on what they're going to do from the 1 yard line. Been pretty consistent on who they feel is the best person to have the ball on that play, and Broadus makes it pay.
You know what's special about that play? There wasn't any question from Eastern Washington's side what they were going to do there. And Cal Poly still did it to success. So big extra point upcoming here. We're in the second overtime. Eastern Washington will get the ball next with a chance to tie. As long as Langford can pound home this extra point, the best they'll be able to do is tie, unless they go for the 2-point conversion. Shumway's hold is good. Langford's kick is just as good. 45-38. And for the 7,000 fans who showed up here this evening to senior night, they have seen a good one. And for you at home that are watching from your couches with Cheetos in hand and the beverage of your choice, we hope that you have enjoyed our broadcast. Who knows how much longer this one's going to go, but the Cal Poly D can end this thing if they can get a stop. Eastern Washington will obviously be in 4-down territory. They need to score to extend this game. Mitchell under center. Miles in motion. Reverse to Hurd. Hurd has running room. He's going to throw. He's got Edwards. Complete. Touchdown.
That didn't take very long.
What a play call. Greg Hurd, the lefty. And Eastern Washington will go for the tie. As a player comes running in late, but still 22 on the play clock. Jarrett to tie. Yep.
Looks like your premonition has come true.
Andrew, you know, we mentioned it earlier in the broadcast, and no one can call me a liar. For whatever reason, I woke up this morning and I said, the game tonight's going to triple overtime. Teams will be forced to go for 2-point conversions if they score now, so the chances of this game extending now become less and less likely because extra points are no longer an option. So Greg Hurd now 1 for 1 on the season with a 25-yard touchdown pass. Head coach Bo Baldwin for the Eagles. He is an offensive visionary.
Cal Poly is elected to go on defense first.
Very successful in his football, not only playing career, but coaching career. Last season, he was the National Coach of the Year as he led the Eagles to national championship.
You see the band just kind of waiting for their turn to take the field. They've been standing there for quite a while.
Yeah, the band always takes the field after games, and they play for 20, 25 minutes.
Seems to always be right when we're about to do interviews with the coaches and
Yeah.
players is when they're wrapping up.
Yeah. And so they've been waiting since about 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to wait a little bit longer. We're to a third overtime here, and now Eastern Washington will start with the ball. Play fake. Mitchell looking back for Hurd. He's got him, touchdown. Molino got a hand on it, but it deflected right to Hurd, and now back-to-back plays for back-to-back touchdowns. Eastern Washington, though, will have to go for 2. Cal Poly defensively, if they can get a stop here, they're okay. If they can get a stop here in the 2-point conversion, not so bad. And despite it being a short yardage situation, they're at the 3-yard line. A lot of wide receivers on the field for the Eagles. 5 of them to be exact. Mitchell, a good enough runner to where you have to honor that right now. A pass rush is huge for the Mustangs. Mitchell under pressure. He's got heat coming from Murphy. Murphy can't make the play, and Mitchell runs in for the 2-point conversion. Kyle Murphy, the senior, just about hunted him down from behind, but he was blocked at the last second. Mitchell kept the play alive long enough to run in for the score. Angel Morales not able to get over there in time. He was worried about defending those talented wide receivers. So now down 53-45. Not only will Cal Poly need a touchdown, but they will need a 2-point conversion. How about this one tonight, partner?
I don't know how we keep outdoing ourselves each time with these games.
Mustangs pack it in tight offensively. Romanelli gets a carry, his 34th of the night. 4 yards on the game.
Bo Levi Mitchell, 436 yards passing, 34 for 50 with 5 touchdown passes. Andre Broadus, 7 for 10 passing, 96 yards passing, and 2 touchdowns.
2nd and 6. Pitch to Rogers. Rogers just about gets it ripped out of his hands, but he hangs on as he usually does. Mark Rogers is one of those guys that you can always trust with the ball in his hands. He's short of the first down, but the Mustangs will have 2 plays to get 2 yards. 3rd and 2 upcoming. Quickly to the line. Romanelli, 1st down and more. To the 10. Last week, the Mustangs were penalized 13 times for 114 yards. Just 4 penalties for 40 yards this evening. One of them was big, though. It was at the end of regulation when Lance Castaneda was called for an open field block that would have set the Mustangs up in field goal range. Romanelli, right side, gets it down to the 6. Offensive coordinator Brian Cook has been so good this season, keeping defenses off balance, and I guarantee he already knows what he's going to call as a 2-point conversion play if the Mustangs are fortunate enough to get it in the end zone.
Romanelli, 36 carries, 179 yards on the ground.
Eastern Washington calls a timeout, and as much as anything else, it might just be to give their defense a breather.
After his 179 yards in this game, Romanelli just about 40 yards away from reaching that 1,000 mark for the season.
179 for Jake this evening. 36 carries, playing with a banged up shoulder that would probably keep a lesser player out of action.
Cal Poly with 92 rushing plays for 399 yards. We'll have to check to see the last time they rushed for more than 400 yards.
Yeah, the numbers are getting a little absurd at this point. Both teams, Eastern Washington, 546 total yards. Cal Poly's 5 shy of 500. 2nd and 6. And it's 2nd and goal from the 6. 3 plays to get 6 yards. Rogers. Loss of a half yard. And Cal Poly has not been as consistent getting the ball to the perimeter as they have running between the tackles. Third and goal. Broadus under pressure, takes off for the goal line. Down at the half-yard line, and we're gonna have another 4th down. He is a foot away from a touchdown.
Mustangs
Quickly to the
5
line.
for 5 on 4th downs so far today.
This is the game. Broadus. Touchdown!
How's that for suspense?
They need the 2-point conversion to tie. Both teams exhausted right now. 3rd overtime. Cal Poly needs a 2-point conversion to tie it at 53. 3 yards to go. They're going to have 2 wide receivers in, Castaneda and Willie Tucker. Broadus under center. He's going to pass. Throws incomplete. Eastern Washington has done it on the road.